Alright guys, what's up? So I'm gonna work out and or be on the elliptical, do some cardio, and hopefully we can kill two birds with one stone today. Okay, so let's talk about the crypto market and currently where it stands. You guys can kind of listen to this as a podcast if you'd like, because I am on the elliptical and I will not be showing you any charts right now. So Bitcoin was trending in this type of channel for about 30 days. And it broke this massive channel, and $99,400 was a major support level that broke down. By the way guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Philakone. I've been in the crypto space now for about 10 years. This is my 10-year anniversary coming up this month. I used to have like literally $2,000 to my name, and I lived in my parents' basement, basically begging them for like a few dollars at a time to buy a pack of cigarettes or to buy marijuana or to buy a bottle of beer or something like that. That was in my 30s. I'm now 40. Fast forward 10 years, I'm getting very close to about 8 figures. That's a pretty substantial amount to me after 10 years of hard work. Lots of trial, lots of error, learning a lot throughout the way. It looks like I'm going really slow right now, but this is on a really high resistance. So I do apologize if I'm huffing and puffing while talking. I hope that my new boom mic can actually catch the sound fairly well. There's not too much of an echo. So fast forward 10 years, and after making a substantial amount in crypto, the first thing that I did was reinvested, of course. And I also ended up living that high roller type of life. You know, going out a lot, spending money on people that I regret spending money on. Spending it on restaurants, cars, traveling, women, drugs, partying, concerts, you know, a lot of the things that I don't actually regret it, because with a lot of those lessons and experiences that I have, it's turned me into the person that I am today, who has a lot of experience and life lessons under his belt. And money, it comes and it goes, so spend it, right? I've heard a wise saying that you spend 50% of what you have, like it's your last day to live. And the other 50 you spend investing it, right? And that's kind of a good philosophy to live by. So another thing that I did right away was I retired my parents. I made sure that they were very comfortable. I sent them a lot of money every single month. I used to help out a lot of a lot of friends, the people that came into my life because I had something to offer them. I have literally cut ties with every single person in my past, because I knew what they came around for. I used to rely on people that depended on me for these things or used me for it, but now, man, it's impossible. My confidence is too high. I take care of myself too well in every way, physically, mentally, financially, socially. So when you guys come across a lot of crypto money, it's gonna change your life as well. It's gonna change your life to the point where many vultures will come into your life. So make sure you're prepared for that, okay? So you guys follow me because I think many of you have seen what I've been through in every way in crypto and how it's changed me. And I hope that I can guide you in some way to become a wiser person and a wealthier person especially as well. So Bitcoin was below that $99,400 range for a fairly long time, for about 2-3 weeks. And we finally broke above it yesterday. So what's very significant about the crypto market is that every single year it has done the same thing. So in 2016 and in 2020, 240 days exactly after the halving, a major drop occurred in the market, right? That couldn't have been coincidence. 240th day, eventually 2020 followed 2016. And then the funny thing is, 2024, 240 days after the Bitcoin halving, the market also dropped substantially. But another thing we could notice is that on the 260th day, the market ended up rallying. So that drop occurred and it consolidated for only 20 days. That's it. So after 20 days, the market recovered, and it led into some massive all-time highs and also altcoin season as well. This happened in 2017 after the 240th day, and it also happened in 2021 after after the 240th day after the halving. And the funny thing is, this year, the exact same thing happened as well. 240th day, we drop. And then after that, on the 260th day, which happened to be yesterday, Bitcoin dropped down to about $98,000. And then it broke that major $99,400 resistance, smashed it to the top, and hit $102,000. Now, it's good and bad in some ways. What's good about it is that the only way for Bitcoin to have broken this resistance, right, is if it rallied, obviously. But it came at a cost. It came at a cost of Bitcoin dominance going to the upside. Now, that's good and all. Bitcoin dominance going to the upside and rallying Bitcoin past the resistance. But it came at a cost because the altcoins didn't really follow it that much. And the altcoins didn't really react very bullishly to the market going up. Now, currently right now, my portfolio is valued fairly high, in the high 7 millions. But my day trading positions don't exist right now. A few days ago, I entered a $700,000 position. Yesterday, I took profit of about $15,000. I closed all of my long-term swing positions, as in like holding for a few weeks. But yesterday night, I actually re-entered with a $700,000 position that I will be swinging, okay? And the reason I entered this position is because my narrative is going to be held true. And so should yours, okay? So the narrative is that on the 240th day, we drop. On the 260th day, we rally. Now, what ends up happening is that on the 330th day, roughly, it happened both in 2017 and in 2021. Actually, on the 328th day, to be exact, okay? 328th day, which is 68 days after the rally begins. The drop occurs on the 328th day, okay? So we have about 68 days, in my opinion, of glorious momentum ahead of us. I believe that it's most likely going to rally until about maybe like the 68 days from now, basically, sometime in March or so, right? So 68 days is going to be about March, like something like March 20th, around there. So whatever it is, 68 days from now. So my logic is that Bitcoin is going to rally and altcoins will rally as well. And eventually Bitcoin dominance is going to drop to the bottom side. What we notice every single bull market year in 2017 and in 2021 is that the Bitcoin dominance drops significantly in the bull market years. So because it has dropped significantly in the bull market years in 2017 and 2021, I expect it to drop the exact same way in 2025. So Bitcoin will rally basically January, February, and March, but the Bitcoin dominance drops, which ends up siphoning money from Bitcoin to the altcoins, and especially Ethereum and Solana, and also Polkadot. Ethereum, Solana, and Polkadot are literally the biggest ones that I have right now that I'm holding for altcoins. I believe that Polkadot is going to eventually hit something ridiculous like $20, $30, $40, $50. I think Solana is going to hit 1,000. I think that Ethereum is going to hit about 10,000. I just want to double check to make sure I'm still recording. Okay, good, still recording. This is my living room. I put an elliptical in the living room, and my lady has her treadmill that she likes to use. So we have a big ass 120-inch TV in front of us, a projector. So this living room, we always make sure we exercise because health is number one. As you guys get older, if you don't exercise already, you're gonna understand how important it is. This year, or last year rather, I lost about 25 kilograms. weight, and I got fairly muscular and in good shape with lots of flexibility and endurance. And I feel really, really good, man, put it that way. So I think we're gonna rally till about the middle of March to the end of March. So that's the reason why I entered my long positions. But at the same time, I'm also acutely aware, extremely aware of the fact that there could be one last dip before we lead into an altcoin season to the end of March, roughly. And even if that happens, I'm prepared for that risk. I'm prepared to weather the storm because I believe that the market is actually far from over. And excuse me, I'm yelling because the camera's far away. So even if there was a dip, I'm gonna weather that storm. I'm gonna make sure I ride it as much as I possibly can. And I think that there's gonna be some massive opportunities to catch some huge movements. So even if that drops, it's okay. But the reason I've also entered now is because I'm unaware, nobody knows if there's even gonna be another drop or not. If there was another drop, it's fine. I'll add more to my longer term swing positions. If there's not a drop and I'm right about the rally continuing, then great, I made the better decision. So I feel like I've split up my risk very well in terms of entering now. So for those that are scared, I don't think you need to be. Altcoin season is literally just around the corner. And now is not the time to be scared in the market. Now is the time to be extremely aggressive, in my opinion, by DCAing and understanding how these market cycles work. So if you understand how these market cycles work and oscillate, you'll be able to time very closely when to exit and especially when to be adding more. So I'm gonna end this video here, guys. It's getting very difficult to talk while doing this. So have yourselves a great day, and I wanted to just update you very, very quickly. So don't be scared, the bull market's just about to begin even further. Altcoin season is just around the corner, so make sure you guys hang in there, and I'll see you at the top of the bull market. Let's go.